How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Don't do that. Freddie's mad at me right now because I didn't record Andy and we got like a minute into the intro. You were mad.
No, not at all.
Welcome to Night of the Living podcast.
I'm afraid to leave the house. I'm afraid it's gonna what happens afterwards.
Mostly napping.
Look in Freddie's eyes right now.
It looks
like she burned the roast or something.
He's not mad. He's just disappointed. Welcome to this thing we do here. What are you doing, Freddie? I had such a fun little intro going, and I don't really remember.
Try to duplicate it. I dare you.
We had such a good workout today. We danced.
He said Andy's anus muscles are shot. And he can't poop right anymore
because of the workout.
Because of his piles.
His piles. He's got a serious case of piles.
Andy, how are your piles?
Hey, Amy.
Yeah.
What's your favorite TV psychiatrist's name that has hemorrhoids?
Frasier?
Piles Crane.
It's a play on Nile, see.
Mm.
Whose chair is doing that?
Who do you think? The one who's moving back and forth? And
do you hear anything? I'm moving right now. Do you hear anything?
I'm going to murder all of you.
You were doing something.
So, yeah.
You're up to something. I'm watching you, hung.
I'm trying to do that, fun thing where, we're doing our exorcise.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We're feeling the burn.
We're feeling the burn.
There it is.
I think our butts were feeling the burn
for
yesterday.
our theme month.
We finally tried Woot's barbecue that Kelley's been raving about.
This is a good endorsement. It was good.
It was some of the best I've ever had.
But
did we all feel sick after?
I felt a little.
It gave me some really smelly, fudgy shits last night.
I was so sick last night.
How sick were you?
I was so sick that I was groaning, and I thought I had to throw up, so I just sat on the toilet for a while because I wasn't sure if I was going to throw up or shit.
Do you know what throwing up means?
Throwing up from my butt.
Did you have
throwing down?
So do you have some anal thrash?
So
it's thrush. Honey.
We were watching Embarrassing Bodies last night too, which probably didn't help with the nausea.
Nope.
Why do we got to talk about this? Our listeners don't want to know
about our Embarrassing Bodies viewing habit.
Oh, sorry.
Andy's alarm is going off.
That's soothing. Is that supposed to wake you up?
Get up, Andy. Yeah. Get up.
That's my alarm to wake me up to record at 11, but we're recording early today.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kelley is of the sickly variety. He wasn't able to join us for our hot choreographed dancing aerobic session.
Which is a shame because I really wanted to hear his thoughts on Death Spa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're just going to have to deal with our thoughts.
Yeah. And also he had the roulette movie.
Yeah, but we'll improv a little something here shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys.
Hey Amy.
How's it going, my friends? My friend's Andy.
I went home last night and watched more Embarrassing Bodies.
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't not watch it.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I saw the 24-year-old that had the saggy titties,
and they were fine.
They weren't that saggy.
I know.
I mean, I guess it's up to her to decide what she wants to do with her body.
Exactly.
But for me, her titties looked fine.
They were good for you?
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
They were nice, 80s titties. You know, 80s titties were flat, kind of.
Well, in Death Spa, I think we saw very similar titties.
Yeah.
So, and that was fine for the movie.
Yeah, I think her titties were born in the wrong era. That's the problem.
What'd you guys think of Strippers on Netflix?
Oh, that was sad.
Was it totally sad though?
Not totally sad.
It was pretty entertaining too.
Mm-hmm. I like the flip of the version of who's being objectified.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like who's exploiting who.
Yeah. It's this new docuseries, as they call them, on Netflix called Strippers. And the first episode, they went to Glasgow, Scotland. And they followed like 4 or 5 different strippers.
Lindsay Lohan being one of them.
Yeah. And their
That's
manager.
what the blind items say. She is escorting out in the...
Oh, for real? I was just making a joke.
She's
one of the girls looked like her.
Call girl.
Good for her. I'll do it if I could.
You know?
What? Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
But Lindsay Lohan has become a high price call girl?
That's been the rumors for years.
Yeah?
Years.
Yeah. Interesting.
Same thing with the Kardashians too. I read gossip columns and I believe they're true.
Yeah.
Is that me?
Yeah, it's gotta be you. You have the squeakiest chair, man.
It's gotta be you.
Is it your
many noises?
Is
it
your
your feet, or is it your? Are
maybe
your
it's his
feet touching
pants?
Something?
His pants fabric.
Oh, he is wearing some really tight pants.
It's my jogging pants.
Jogging?
Should I take them off?
Is it the sound of them rubbing against the faux leather of the chair?
I have a pair of shoes. That
Sandy's pants are noisy.
When I wear a certain sock with them,
funny.
they
Don't
fart.
have to take them off, Andy. Andy just dropped trowel.
Freddie, go get him a blanket to cover his tidy whities.
Are you wearing tidy whities?
They're my running underwear.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong with Andy's microphone? Oh, we all laughed too hard.
We laughed too hard.
We broke everything.
Andy, your running underwear?
Yes, I have running underwear.
Runderwear? Is that what they call them?
They're very compact and they keep everything in place.
Yeah, kind of like a jock strap.
Yeah, but with the bottom.
But it has a bottom so that your bare ass isn't on my chair right now.
It's my chair.
I know.
This is the one I sit in.
It's in my home.
Sometimes guests sit in that chair. You know who sat in that chair recently?
Oh yeah, we had a special guest. Patrons, you can see.
Oh, so I'm going ass to ass with Brad right now.
You are.
We did a high five happy hour this
He's
week.
So happy right now.
And special guest Brad Freddy joined us for that episode. And we talked about things that brought us joy. So patrons, it's out there. It's actually public right now because I realized Brad wanted to listen to it. And I was like, well, you're not a patron.
Yeah.
So I changed it to public, but it won't be that way forever.
You didn't say it like you're not a patron.
Well,
and then you just stared at him for a while, like.
You know what brings me joy?
What?
Being in my underwear, recording.
You like it?
Yeah.
He really
Now,
is.
your pants aren't completely off either, are they? They're around your ankles?
It
looks like
it looks like I'm on the toilet.
Yeah, toilet, sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
From sitting next to you, my side periphery, it looks like you're naked right now, Andy, because you got real tiny whities on.
Should we put a picture up, show the patrons what they're missing?
If you want to, but it has to be patrons only. And if you want to become a patron, you go to patreon.com/NOTLP for as little as $1.
Mike doesn't even want to take the picture with my phone.
It's like it's like a cursed picture.
You can see.
No, you gotta.
No, you can't see
Side profile. There's enough leg.
I don't want to be busted for child pornography because you look like you're 12.
Here,
scoot under the table.
You
can see. Oh my dear word!
Tasteful.
Everything is terrible.
Keep it tasteful, y'all.
Andy has no shame.
It's not tasteful.
Which is interesting.
You guys
considering you have such low self-esteem.
That's so disturbing.
Let me see.
Oh God! All right, I don't know if that should go out on the internet. We'll talk about it later.
Well, patrons, let us know if you want to see that.
But you can post stuff on Patreon. That's just
take
a
it like that.
picture, right?
Here, stay like that.
Do not move.
Don't move.
Do you guys like this, listeners? Andy's
I don't
grossing us all
understand
out.
why you're not used to my nudity already.
It's the tidy whities. Normally, I see you in
this is
black or green underwear.
You saw me in a Speedo for a whole week.
I know.
That's better.
Yeah,
It was disturbing.
less pornographic.
Less bulge.
Oh, that's funny.
So anyway, listeners, do you have a special friend in your life that's constantly showing you their balls? Mm-hmm. Tell us about them. crew@notlp.com.
Am I, is it like a Me Too movement right now?
Yeah.
Is it time's up for my underwear?
I did see your wiener that one time by accident. So
just that one time? Apparently you've seen it many times.
I've just saw it the one time. Freddie might have seen it more. We'll talk about that later.
Well, Freddie was like, yeah, it's out all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Thanks for telling me, Freddie.
It's just always hanging out.
When you see your friend's wiener by accident more than once,
hanging out.
Your mind's going to make that leap to all the time.
So
but anyway.
So what'd you think, Amy? Does it do anything for you?
Oh, dear.
My big dick.
Yeah, it did. It did do something for me. I was like, oh, maybe I'm a lesbian.
Oh.
Are you?
No. Uh-oh. All right. Sorry, ladies. I'm not. Back to life. Back to reality. Back to this show. Like I said, Patreon. So go do your stuff there and support the show if you want to.
Yeah, and thanks, Brad, for recording with them.
It was a really fun show. I think we learned a lot about life. and what it means.
What do you guys give us a preview of what you
I talked about a feminist sled dog racer on Twitter.
Oh, the one with the dogs that you always talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Blair Braverman. That's a spoiler.
Is that the one that got dog shamed that one time? Somebody said their dogs were ugly or something.
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember the whole story around it, but you have ugly dogs, Karen or something, and now it's like a meme.
Okay, but she was joking, right?
Karen's ugly dogs.
Because you don't talk about people's dogs.
No, you fucking shut your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You stay away.
It's like calling your kids, somebody's kids ugly. You don't do that.
No.
Nope.
I mean, we do that, but I would never talk about somebody's dogs.
No.
People got ugly kids. Let's be real.
And all dogs are cute.
And all dogs are going to heaven, and some of your kids are going to hell.
I just realized that we were talking about being old the other day. Like, I follow a lot of dog things on Instagram. Yeah. That's a sign you're getting old, right?
Well, okay. More or less acceptable. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
More acceptable dogs.
Yes.
Less acceptable cats.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't veered in cat territory yet, but
I think as long as you're finding animals to bring you joy in your life, you're cool by me. Mm-hmm. Unless those are like, I don't like gross ones. Like, oh, look at my pet tarantula. Nah. Gross.
Don't pet shame people.
All right, you're right. If it makes you happy.
You can find your soulmate in all kinds of different forms. Snakes.
Like the one Elsa killed last weekend?
Or maybe like a jar of bugs.
Isn't that a red flag, though? Are they live bugs or just a jar of dead
bugs?
Oh. Like the whole jar is just your pet, George?
A jar of peanut butter.
Oh.
Pet rock.
That'd be sad, though. I'll be tempted to eat my pet peanut butter.
Don't mix up the jars.
I'm tempted to eat all my pets at some point or another.
Elsa?
I'm a foodie. What can I say?
What do you think tastes better, Elsa or Millie?
Millie would taste better. She's fatter.
Yeah, she would have more
flavor.
More flavor, for sure.
Love her so much.
I mean, I put so much ketchup on them anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of hot sauce, a lot of ketchup.
They're probably gonna taste exactly the same.
And they are free range, right?
A gravy.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be real like sinewy.
Mm-hmm.
Elsa more than Millie. Millie doesn't have any sinews.
What are we doing? I did post that for patrons. Andy's the tasteful version.
So that might
this might be prostitution.
That might lose patrons.
I titled it a disturbing behind the scenes photo.
Is there a way to you have to click on it to see it?
I did label it an SFW.
After you see the picture, you can get a phone call from me.
Yeah.
The sounds did stop
7
though
days.
when you took off your
7 days
tight pants.
Your squeaky pants.
Your squeaky pants.
Yeah, I should put them up for Patreon. Like, you can win my squeaky pants.
So had you run in them already this morning? Did you run?
I've run in them a lot.
Oh, there you go.
They have not been cleaned in a while.
No. I bet that could fund a year of. Somebody wants those sweaty sweatpants.
Amy, you know, hasn't been clean in a while.
Oh no!
By running underwear.
Oh man!
Okay, great.
I'm glad that chair's wipeable material.
So
the dogs are barking at you now. They're mad. They're like, "We sniffed that chair."
So last week we did not do a show because a couple of these fellers went to see the No Sleep thingy-mahoo.
Yeah. We saw No Sleep Escape the Black Farm
with our buddy Dustin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dustin came in.
And he brought his sweet dog Ace.
Yeah, Ace was great.
I heard about Ace. Ace is Aces.
Amy wasn't feeling well, so she couldn't join us.
Ace is the cutest rapist.
Yeah.
He raped Apollo real bad.
Well, Apollo, look at him. He got that juicy booty.
Juicy dog booty.
He's such a good boy, Apollo. So tell us about the show. Was it good? Was it fun? How'd Brandon do?
It was a great time. Brandon was fantastic. He even told a joke.
Brandon Boone told a joke.
It was a little bit of a dad joke.
Well, he's a dad.
He is a dad. So that was fun. And it was really nice to meet everybody from the show. David Cummings, the showrunner.
And his goings.
His David Cummings and goings. It was great. We met.
That's a nice dad joke, Amy.
Met David Alt face to face. Finally, we've corresponded on Twitter. And then there's also Jessica McAvoy. There was a couple other cast members there. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. But
it's a week ago. We can't.
Yeah.
We can't be. requested to like
our
remember
brains,
people's names.
Yeah, you're like our brains don't really work that well.
That's why. That's why I couldn't even get the sentence out.
Yeah, I was like going to try to help you, and I'm like, nope, let him do it.
It's real
helps
fun
the joke.
to see all their fans line up to meet them at the end, which is really neat.
Yeah, it was fun to see Brandon have his little celebrity moment.
Yeah.
Aww.
It's good times.
I don't know why they weren't lining for us, because we were in The Strangers too.
Yeah, we were.
A hot 2 seconds.
Oh, we haven't even talked about that yet. Yes, I've seen the movie twice now. Cincinnati featured very prominently in the beginning, which was beautiful to see. Yeah, you're great.
I think I'm dying.
And then you could see Freddie, Andy in the back of Mikey B.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a good acting, Mike.
You
Thanks.
give good great back.
How was in that split second? How was the hairline? The back of the hairline.
It was so even and
was
perfect.
it okay? Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Like literally, there's a half a second you could see our boys here in the diner.
And it's really cool because people were writing in like, "I saw you guys."
Yeah, it was neat.
really
you can
fun.
see Freddie because he's the biggest,
I'm an Easter egg now.
and you have
I've always wanted to be one. I've
Yeah.
been painting myself like one every year.
you have your colorful shirt on, so it's easy to pick you out.
Well, they dressed me. We brought options for them, and they're like,
Yeah, I remember that.
This one.
Remember who was the one that nailed it the first time out?
Mikey
that
was me.
B.
They were like, you're already perfect.
He bought multiple options of plaid.
That brown plaid. That's what we were supposed to do, and I
They
nailed it
wanted
the first
earthy
time.
colors. So,
Country diner at night.
if you want to hear, that's on our Patreon feed. We had a little discussion about the screening we went to.
Yeah.
And that's available to everyone, I believe. So go check it out.
And after I saw myself on screen, I went home and checked. My shit don't stink.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
wow.
amazing.
Until you had Woots, and then you just
Yeah.
it was
And
real
it
gross.
does. And those pants.
It brought me back down to earth.
Yes.
Earthy smells.
Oh.
That's
So 15 minutes of fame went up real quick.
Patreon.com/NOTLP. You can hear all about it. You can hear Amy swallow.
Sorry, I'm having some coffee.
Sorry, I was just coughing a bunch.
Some people like that.
We make noises. We're people. I can't help you.
It's embarrassing sounds.
I'm gonna talk softly and fold napkins.
So yeah, coming up soon. Well, this next weekend is Horror Hound Weekend.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
Oh, wow.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring you that show as fast as we can. All the stuff we get when we're there.
Mm-hmm.
Because after that, you're not gonna have a show for 2 weeks.
No,
and I'm real sorry.
We're gonna release the stuff we record this year, next year, and the stuff we recorded last year.
No.
Yeah.
Freddie's got a plan. He's gonna
My
fry that
plan.
chicken in a pan.
We're gonna do it there. So get
Edit.
excited because we're going to release Horror Hound Weekend during Horror Hound Weekend.
Well,
this
as
year.
soon as
Oh.
let's not promise anything.
Yeah. Well, I promise you that. Okay.
Because after that, we're going to Disney World, and I can't do a
Right.
show.
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Also, if you're coming to Horror Hound Weekend, go to the screenings.
Sorry, that was us knocking on wood.
Yes.
There are some interesting films that you really won't see anywhere else. A lot of short films. Go to the screening room.
You know what? Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Because I feel like as someone even that I've been to quite a few horror hounds now, there are screenings of movies that I find out later had a lot of buzz around them. And I don't know, I just know like what the hot, like the...
We have to go to them. The buzz builds after you see them.
Yeah, but, like,
that's
there
the
was-
thing. That's what's fun about
the
it.
one
I
year
think.
the Kevin Smith
The buzz
Yoga
movie
Hosers?
was out, and I didn't,
Yoga Hosers.
Yoga Hosers was there, and I didn't even. I mean, I stayed to watch. Well, I didn't stay very long for it because I didn't like it, but it was cool that it was
He
there.
just had a heart attack, didn't he?
He did.
He did.
I'm
I
sorry.
Hope he's doing well. And
It's
that
because you
Mike
didn't
didn't
watch
hurt
his
his feelings.
movie.
I'm sorry. I do like Kevin Smith, but
Amy almost lost her
movie-
relative.
No, that movie wasn't for everyone.
it
that's
was not
sure.
for me. It was
I
not my
actually I
cup of
thought it
tea.
was pretty damn funny.
I think
but
the Horror Hound screening schedule is out
It
now,
is.
so you can make your plans.
Yeah, it just be nice. Sometimes when you see titles, you don't know, like, they're not to say that not all of them are good in their own unique ways, but some of those movies are like big, like Cold in July. We saw that there, and that ended up being
that
a big
movie's
movie.
so
and
great.
What was the witch one that was really good?
Witchin' and Bitchin'.
Yeah.
Yep, that was fantastic, and I wouldn't have known about that.
So notable things from this festival.
I saw
Things you
Upset You
don't
there
wanna
years
miss.
ago, and that's Mikey Flanagan, and we love him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Greetings from Tromaville.
Did you hear?
Lloyd Kaufman, of course.
Don't shut up.
Low Life, which for me is the must see. I've heard great things. I've heard that movie is like the next coming of Tarantino.
What?
It's called Low Life.
But less Me Too-y, Time's Uppy.
Sure. The Child Remains and Return to Newcomb High, which I'm not sure if there's some sort of special version of that they're screening.
Lloyd's going to be there, so maybe.
Yeah, that might be what that's all
Is it
about.
tied into the trauma stuff?
Probably. And then also they'll have films like Pie Wacket, which I don't know. I've heard good things about it. I think it was at the Midnight Madness thing they did in Toronto.
What was the title of that one again?
Pie Wacket. The Hatred, Cold Ground.
Didn't Kelley do that for?
Yeah, The Hatred's on Netflix right now.
I think this is a different one.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you know?
It's yeah. I'm pretty sure it's different.
Whoopsie.
You sure it's not the Hat Red?
Black Wake. Could be the Hat Red. Terrifier. Montrack.
All right.
The Basement.
So
Wild
you can go to horrorhoundweekend.com and see that.
You can see all that shit.
Freddy's gonna keep me reading.
Please
Keep
do.
doing it. Keep doing it.
Make sure you have your Henry Rollins ticks if that's what you're into.
Is that sold out?
I don't know.
I
don't think so.
I've been thinking about going to that one, but the John Waters one sold out pretty quickly.
There's a short film called What Metal Girls Are Into.
Oh, and if you're
steal
into
that
it,
one.
I don't know if it's still there, but just hot tip, there is a Groupon for tickets, so you can get a discounted ticket if you're into it. I don't know if it's still out there, but it was as of last week.
That tickled my fancy so much.
I know, I love it. We were talking to Jeremy,
because I love a deal.
publisher, and he's like, we're just trying to make sure like moms might want to buy this for their kids or something. They don't know about it. This is a way to get at them. I'm like, that's fucking smart,
and
dude.
it's a good ass deal.
It is a good deal. It's like $20, but I don't know if it's still there. I can't be held responsible.
It's such a good deal. I might got.
You're just gonna buy one.
Yeah, because it's such a good deal.
It's a good deal.
Even though we get vendor badges,
you can't pass it up.
And finally, the Screening Room presents my must see at every whorehound. Night Owl Theater presents The Warriors. So that's gonna be fun.
Warriors. So what was the other one? Just so if someone's a first time horror hound goer, what was the other one you were saying was your must see?
Well, my number one must see is Low Life.
Low Life.
I haven't seen it yet,
But Warriors,
so I'll be there.
Warriors is a
it's
not
like
even
we're at
that
Disney,
you have to go.
and
You
Stacy
have
is
to go to
giving us
that.
our must-sees.
It's your
Must-dos.
Yeah.
It's Freddy's 7 must-dos.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And I think the Return to Newcomb High is like some sort of like volume 2. So I don't know if it's like an extended version.
Is that the one that has the mystery around it, where like the lead actress disappeared?
The first one, yeah.
Okay.
But remember, your number one must-do at Horror Hound Weekend is to find us.
Yeah, we'll be me, Freddie, and Mike will be signing autographs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not me, though. Nobody
If
wants
you,
me.
At a reasonable fee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm handing out
You just have to wash Andy's running pants.
Oh, my hand.
That's
Your
it.
tongue.
It's easy.
And I'll sign stuff for sexual favors,
That's
too.
great. We're going to move on.
I got a picture that they can sign of Andy now.
But don't let the police know you
Yeah.
have that on your phone.
No, it's not my phone.
It's Freddy's phone. Okay, everybody. Well, thanks so much for the banter portion.
I'm
This
not
is
a
good.
child.
You look like one.
Sorry.
Let's be real.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Botox and fillers. All right, we'll be right back.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Before the break, we were talking about how Andy looked like a child with his pants off. But I think he looks like an NCAA basketball coach in this picture. It's worth becoming a patron just to see the picture.
How are your brackets, everybody?
Look at the picture and tell me what you think I look like.
Some people will say little boy. Other people will say NCAA basketball coach.
Did you get your brackets busted, little boy?
Ew.
My brackets are so busted.
My bracket is Obama's. I just, because I got bullied into doing it at work.
You got to say it, Amy. Thanks, Obama.
And then I said that the other day. I'm like, thanks, Obama. Because, but whatever. So Kelley was supposed to review Night World. He'll do that next time we do a show.
Night World? Mm-hmm. I didn't even realize that.
Well, according to his text, it was like night. Blah, 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 blah,
yeah, his was just he smashed a bunch of keys with his fingers. I think he uses an old timey keypad.
He spelled it NIGJTWORKD. Is your purple nipple wet yet? So
that's Mikey's.
I know. So Freddie and I watched we had a random double feature of Wish Upon and See No Evil. We can talk about both if you want.
We were playing catch up on movies we missed.
Yeah.
And instead of going to see Black Panther, which we still haven't seen,
I didn't want to go anywhere
because we didn't feel like leaving the house.
The doggies need
And
me.
they refuse not to be racist.
Right. And we
I have to be racist
decided
at every moment.
to stay home and watch Wish Upon and See No Evil 2.
It was a silly double feature. It was
Was
the
it a good
silliest.
choice?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun actually.
Is there something tying these two movies together?
They're out.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
available.
They're
to us
streamable.
for free.
I just thought there was like a through line for this double feature.
Well,
Movies you don't have to leave the house to see.
super
Yeah.
fucking silly. Like
Oh.
silly but fun.
Mm-hmm.
Wish upon
yeah,
that.
I saw Wish Upon, but I did not see No Evil 2.
Did you? Okay, so Wish Upon.
I really enjoyed it, actually. I thought it was fun as hell.
It was better than My Soul to Take, but it was on that level of fucking what the hell?
Okay, you remember Wishmaster?
This
Yeah.
is
It's like a modern day version of that,
like
basically.
a teen version.
Which
Yeah.
I like Wishmaster a lot, though.
Yeah, I do too.
And I thought this would be right up my alley because I thought it would just be like Wishmaster. And I love that. I don't love it, but I enjoy it.
Okay, so Wish Upon girl's dad is a trash diver. Ryan Phillippe,
Dumpster diver.
dumpster diver, and she gets a Chinese wishing box, and apparently it's cursed, and she wishes, and all the wishes come true, but bad things. She wish masters.
And it's very monkey's paw-y.
Was it 7 wishes? And then they said they come for your soul?
Yeah. So the only thing that really matters in this movie is how often you see Ryan Phillippe playing the saxophone, and I don't understand. I don't understand why that was a choice. He's a dumpster diving dad.
And he's dumpster diving dad. Triple
But
D.
But he
Diners, dives,
But he's really
drive-ins,
good at
and what is it
sax.
called?
I just feel like he came to set one day and said, "I'm going to play the sax," and
They're like, okay.
and they said, "Put the sax down, Ryan." And like, no,
He's
do you
like,
know who I am? I'm Ryan Phillippe.
this is my La La Land.
Like Barb from Stranger Things is in it as the friend of the main girl, and she's like falling in love with sax playing Ryan Phillippe. And I'm like, why is this happening?
Can I tell you, he's one of the few men that look better without a beard.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
I didn't care for him with a beard. He took the beard off, and he was a much better looking man. It was like night and day.
All right. Did it blow anybody else's mind that Ryan Phillippe is like playing a dad now?
Well, he is of age. Of a
I
dad,
know.
He's
That
our
made me
age,
feel
isn't he?
old. Yeah, probably.
We could be grandparents, right?
We could be heroes.
There are people our age who are
Good luck.
grandparents.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go shoot myself in the
So
face.
Wish Upon was real silly, and then at the end, she just gets hit by that car, and I'm like, that's great.
It was
I kind of felt
hilarious.
bad for her, though.
I know.
You know,
Yes,
For getting hit by a car, or
Have you seen it, Mike?
I have not.
You should watch it. I think you'd have fun.
yeah,
Oh, yeah?
she's like a picked upon girl, wished upon, picked upon.
Yeah.
That's the sequel, picked upon. And you know, she wishes these bad things on her enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's like a.
But then she gets power hungry, right?
Well, she's not willing to give it up
Yeah.
when shit's going bad, and
Craft, kind of.
it is very much
Yeah.
like The Craft.
She's just
Yeah.
got her mom committed
I
suicide.
remember this trailer.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay. She makes somebody hair fall out or something.
She makes them rot. She goes, "I
Rot.
wish you would just go rot," and the girl gets necrotizing fasciitis.
thrash.
Thrash.
Thrush.
She gets verrucas,
Nope.
Piles.
Piles and piles.
milky discharge.
Milky Cocoa
We gotta
Puffs.
stop watching Embarrassing Bodies.
But I can't though.
I know.
I can
You
because I
can.
spent a lot of my time watching that movie with my hand over my eyeballs.
I thought I was gonna throw up so
Yeah.
much. Amy does
many-
that. We used to be. We'd like it'd be a night we're getting a pizza. We're like, oh, it's been weeks since we had pizza. This smells hot and delicious. And then she'll be like, "Burgers and bodies." I'm like, I don't want to eat this anymore.
It's the secretions.
It's good for your. It's good for your
Secretions.
diet.
I tune in and keep hoping that Dr. Christian will get a new haircut, but it never happens.
No.
He's really sticking to that, isn't he?
Yeah. Embarrassing Bodies on Netflix. Wish Upon. It was okay.
Yeah, it was dumb. That's the thing.
So you're having a sick day.
The end of the movie is she gets hit by a truck.
She just gets hit by a car. She goes flying in
Well,
the
I love
air.
it because she's like she finally figures everything out and everything's back to normal. And this boy that has liked her, they're finally about to connect, and she's like, "All right, it's a date." And she's like backing away into the. And then
Yeah.
comes and just bam, and she goes flying through the air, and it's really funny.
It's pretty funny.
And it leaves the door open for a sequel, right? Because doesn't somebody find the box?
Yeah.
Well, he thought he buried it.
He's reading it at the end.
After she got hit by the bus, they found her box.
They found her box. It was blown right off.
It flew through the air.
Yeah.
With the greatest of ease.
So then after that, I was like, more silly, please.
Mm-hmm.
See No Evil 2. If you remember the first See No Evil.
It was a pretty good slasher movie.
It was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
Jacob Goodnight,
Yeah.
played by Kane.
From the WWE. This is a WWE film.
Wow.
Does this take place in a mine or something?
It was in the first one was in like a church or a
It was a building that was being
asylum.
renovated by like troubled kids, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Like it was, they were turning it
It's been
into,
a while.
I can't remember exactly what, like housing or something.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and he had been this character that was, he had a religious zealot mom who kept him locked in a cage and would like, it was kind of like Carrie White,
Is
except
this
he
the-
was a
okay,
big dude.
Is this the one where he body slams somebody down an elevator shaft or something?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. That
The
sounds
first
right.
one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The
of.
second one is, it picks up where the first one left off.
The
and
Soska
tr-
sisters
Yeah.
directed.
And they have a great
second
cameo.
one.
They had 5 minutes to direct.
They have a great
The
cameo
sequel.
in the opening credits where there are two bodies
In
in
the
the
morgue.
morgue where the movie takes place. And the character Jacob Goodnight, right? He's being transported to the morgue.
Because this takes place right after the first one, where they're
Yeah.
bringing all the victims and the killer to the morgue.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
And Danielle Harris, it's her birthday. She's working at the morgue with her nerdy, possible romantic interest coworker.
Just a couple
and-
coworkers,
and
yeah.
her boss, who's in a wheelchair, who is one of the guys from Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, which is awesome. I have to plug that every time. Watch it. And Kane comes in, but they're
Good night.
throwing a surprise birthday party for her because they know that she's too nice
She's
to go
stuck
out.
at the morgue, guys.
She was gonna stay because they had so many bodies coming in from this massacre.
Oh,
She's
the
like,
one
I'll
that
just stay.
the one that
Help.
Jacob Goodnight.
Huh? Where they
Yeah.
killed all
And
the
he's
kids.
brought there, and then her friends come. What's her nuts? What's her American Mary?
Isabel, Catherine Isabel.
Isabel.
Yeah. And
Other people.
Yeah.
She's there, and she's like kind of a morbid person, and she wants to go see Jacob Goodnight's body with her boyfriend and have sex with her boyfriend right next to Jacob Goodnight's body, which
She's
when
a
he
weirdo.
when he rises from the dead, or he wasn't dead, or I don't know if he's supposed to be supernatural or not.
Is that what made him revive the sex next to his body?
He just woke up, and like they don't really explain it.
And so he starts killing everybody.
To me, it just seemed like he was just knocked out. He wasn't
Yeah,
really
who
dead.
knows?
They were just like, I guess he's dead. We'll just
Yeah.
send him to the morgue. Why not?
And then he proceeds to just
Because remember,
kill
the
everybody.
paramedics were trying to save him in the beginning, and like, do we really want to save this guy?
Doesn't he get like shot and stabbed and burned and blah blah blah? And he keeps moving.
He got a pipe in the eye in the first one,
yeah.
right in the eye.
So why is it called See No Evil?
Because he has a pipe in his eye.
He has a pipe in the eye. I don't. Was it See No Evil just because his mom was like super religious
I
zealot?
wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Am I analyzing too much?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would go ahead and stop. No need to do that.
yeah.
It was acceptable.
Any,
a lot of fun.
any
Very
re-
silly.
Any wrestling moves?
And this one, I don't remember there being anything specifically. No.
Just silliness.
I actually enjoyed Wish Upon a little more than this one.
I liked this one better than Wish Upon.
I know. I love the Soska sisters though.
Yeah.
They're so much fun. They'll be at Whorehound Weekend too.
They will?
We can ask them all kinds of questions. Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
About Jakob Goodnight.
And be like, you guys. So what's up?
I say we try to get a 5-minute challenge from him.
You have 5 minutes to go get me a Diet Pepsi.
That could be difficult sometimes.
It really
It gets
could
real
be.
crowded.
A lot of people there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's your little mini roulette, half-assed, improv at the last second. I hope you enjoyed it. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying?
Yeah.
Kelley will bring you Night World when he's back. All right. We'll be right back with our main attraction.
This week's main attraction is the one that inspired the theme. I saw this movie one night after Amy and I were out way too late, and we still didn't feel like going to sleep. So we turned on the TV, and what was playing but a movie called Death Spa from 1989, which is every movie. It's every movie inside of one movie.
Freddie kept saying that throughout we kept making guesses.
I didn't see.
And Freddie said, like, if you've seen it, it's in here.
Yeah, it was kind of like the old ragu commercials where they're like, oregano, it's in there. And he was like, "Does this?" I said, "If you've seen a movie, it's going to happen in this movie."
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's so great about it is it's every movie.
I didn't see like Space Wars, like Star Wars.
Oh,
stuff.
it's like Shaka Khan.
I'm
Yeah.
every movie.
Inside of me. So,
See, I went old school. I could have said Whitney Houston, but I went to the original.
Oh,
Michael's wife is all burned up.
oh, Michael.
Let's just go into it and
Michael.
say his wheelchair wife is all burned up. Can we start there?
Sure.
All burned up. Her name was
Catherine.
Catherine, and she had a twin brother named David.
Do we know why she was in a wheelchair in the first place?
She was paralyzed in childbirth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And they lost the baby.
She pushed too hard and cracked her spine.
There was a lot in this movie.
Yeah, there was a lot. If you've seen it in a movie, it's happened.
Yes.
Her twin, yeah, sorry.
Why was she on Embarrassing Bodies?
With her prolapse
She was all burned. See, this is very common when people drench themselves in gasoline and set themselves on fire.
After they break their spines in childbirth.
Get a particularly bad case of being burned to death.
Then they give us the statistics of how many people in Britain do that.
All right, pop your top off. Okay, I guess peel it off.
We gotta
Pick
stop
pieces of it off.
Oh.
It's like,
talking about
oh,
embarrassing
badly
bodies.
burned.
and they always refer to him to a dermatologist. It's all skin problems in Britain.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you need to know: Michael owns a spa
Yeah.
called the Star Bodies Health Spa, or during electrical storms, it's known as the Death Spa because the other letters are burned out.
Remember the Max from Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
It's like if the Max opened a gym.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we had addressed this before, but in the 80s, shut up!
Dogs are barking.
I think I took care of that. Oh, they just don't listen. So in the 80s, health spas doubled as singles clubs. And they kind of, it was like a all night thing. You could go.
People still pick people up at clubs, right?
They do, but I feel like
Clubs or health
the
clubs?
internet has
What?
really changed
Health
this.
clubs. Yeah.
Don't you think? Because in the 80s, there was like a whole series of articles that somebody wrote about this in one of the high profile
It's where you go to
magazines.
get your cocaine and your lady friends for fucking.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that why the workout outfits in the 80s were so revealing?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was really about meeting people. It wasn't about working out.
That guy, the schlubby guy, Freddy.
Freddie, who had all Flintstones themed workout clothing.
He was adorable.
He was adorable. He's this English guy,
Yeah.
and
He's just there trying to make friends.
he's there trying to hook up, make friends. And what you should know is this is probably the most high tech gym in the valley. Everything is controlled in this central control room.
It's actually probably more high tech than most gyms today.
It is.
Yeah.
Bowflex has nothing on Death Spa.
Nothing.
I'm sorry,
It's
Star
more high
Bodies
tech
Health
than it
Spa.
needs to be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
becomes a problem.
Yeah, it becomes a huge problem if your butterfly machine, can do what theirs does.
I don't understand what it did.
Well, we'll
There's
get
a
to
lot
that.
of deaths that don't make sense, but
So the central control room is run by Michael's dead burnt wife's twin brother, who is not alive and not burned, named Tom. Not Tom, sorry, David. David, the non-burned twin.
Yeah.
He is he's a bitchy gay character in the classic sense.
From the 80s.
He's great. I love this actor. Sadly, he's passed away. I think this may have even been his last movie. What?
I'm not going to say it.
Well, what you're thinking is actually true.
he
in this
wishes he was
Okay.
running a bathhouse instead of a sauna.
So there's kind of a weird chemistry between him and Michael, because you're like, do they hate each other or what? Like, why are they still working together if there's all this weird animosity underneath? And there's also the lawyer character and his girlfriend or whatever,
the manager of the
manager.
spa.
Yeah, but
Priscilla.
there's definitely something untoward going on with these two, but you're not sure exactly what it is yet. And
Then there's Lauren, the blind tanning bed
yeah,
victim.
she's the first victim of the death spa situation. She's using the steam room, and chlorine gets into the steam, and the door locks. Which the door shouldn't lock. What's going on with the death spa?
There are no locks on the doors.
At this point, you're like, okay, it feels like a Ghost in the Machine situation where the computer is turning against the guests of the
Okay,
spa.
I was confused. Did the lightning have anything to do with it?
Or is that just for the opening
I don't
credits?
know.
Or was it just for like a flourish?
The
Well, here-
lightning was to make the star body thing sign turn into a death spa sign.
Right.
It's the only thing I can
Oh,
figure
so
out.
that's
I think
the
it
only-
was just
It's because
a
it
style
happened.
choice.
It
Yeah,
happened
that's-
in another movie, and it had to happen in this one.
Yep.
So she's blinded
By science.
by chlorine and science.
Would chlorine
And,
do that? I mean, if
chlorine
you
gas?
open your eyes and
Well, chlorine will kill you
Yeah,
as a
it,
gas.
it can burn your lungs
guess,
if you
yeah.
inhale it.
They use it in chemical warfare.
okay,
Chlorine.
but okay,
You're such a pacifist.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like if getting bleach in your eye or something.
all right, makes sense.
Yeah, if there's enough of a concentration of it,
Right.
it's bad.
And that's the only thing that got injured. Eyes.
Her eyes.
But she is dating Michael,
Right.
which
Michael.
is upsetting David because his sister was married to him, and he's like, "How dare you?"
Yeah, and this was a year ago that she burned up.
So it's just complicated family dynamics.
Burned
but
herself
just
up.
understand.
That none of that's really important.
It's like, who cares?
And then there's Ken Foree,
Then there's Ken Foree and his outfits.
and he has the best costumes. They look like Star Trek: The Next Generation costumes for the most part.
They look like cast member costumes for certain lands in
Yes.
Disney World. And you're like, I'm so sorry you have to
He's
wear
got-
that.
Yeah,
the
especially
best-
like Epcot or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
His rainbow workout blazer. What the hell, man? Where do I get
And
one?
He's always having the best time in the gym too.
That's just him. Like if you've
Yeah.
met Ken Foree, I think everybody's met Ken Foree in the world. He's just the most sweet, like
Oh,
bubbly guy,
that's nice to think. That's
it-
nice.
Yeah.
and it comes through in this movie too.
So I bet
Like-
originally his character was written as very sullen and
But they couldn't do it.
yeah, but he
No.
just couldn't do it because he's just so chipper.
Like, you can't put that rainbow blazer on to work out and not be like, let's fucking party and be happy.
Just give high fives. He gives
Yeah.
good high fives in this movie.
The goodest.
The goodest.
Oh, yeah, they did that one where they're about
Yes.
ready to
Yep. Doop dap.
get
Blah,
some shit
Blah,
done.
blah, blah.
Just know
So,
that it makes that sound.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember if at this point the police did they start investigating after
Yeah,
the chlorine
because-
Right
accident?
Are they
after.
police or FBI?
They're police. There's
Okay.
Sergeant Stone, who is Rosalind Cash, who everyone knows as Dorothy's son's controversial older lady girlfriend from the Golden Girls.
Everybody.
I love that
Everybody knows
episode
her,
because
man.
of the twist.
Yeah, because you think that Dorothy doesn't want her son dating Rosalind Cash's character because she's black, but it's not. It's because she's old.
She's old AF.
Yeah. She's the late Rosalind Cash, also
Oh.
gone too soon. Actually, really talented actress considering she's in Death Spa.
Great
Loved
hair.
Her hair was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, it
She's a
was.
beautiful woman, really.
Mm-hmm.
And her partner, Lieutenant Fletcher, played by Frank McCarthy, who
He was less beautiful.
this is the kind of cop that's always eating, as Andy pointed out. Like he's always either got a hot dog or a slice of pizza. It's the classic.
I missed that from the
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah,
Cops should eat more.
like on screen. Yeah, they show it. Like in True Detective,
And it just in general.
they were never eating.
Make sure you're getting your nutrition.
Yeah.
When
Crowdfunding takes it out of you, Amy.
the whole time is a flat circle speech that McConaughey gave would have been so much better if it was like through a big mouth of sauerkraut. It would have just landed like right here.
Gross. Freddie was
Yeah.
pointing to his heart.
Sauerkraut was the Lone Star beer of the 80s.
So the police show up and they're investigating. So that's happening.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some deaths.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the butterfly machine guy because I truly did not understand what was happening. Because it's okay. The butterfly machine is like the computer runs it, so everybody's got like their card that they slide through. like a
Like a magic band almost.
sort of where you slide your card through to get through a door or to get access your locker or to access a machine, so it knows who you are and so it knows what your weight is on this butterfly machine. And then what happens?
What
Have you ever used one of those machines?
Yeah.
Because this was kind of an effective death, even though what happened didn't make any sense. But if you use one of those machines, it does it pulls your arms like one notch a little bit uncomfortable.
But to a certain extent, it doesn't go back as far as to split your body in half.
Yeah, but spa doors don't lock either, Andy.
Also, there's the one death that comes later in the sauna that is just like, what?
Well, this death,
but we'll get to that.
Yeah, so it starts going back too far, and the machine's like kicking up the weight, and then for some reason, like one of his ribs pops through his
chest. I don't know what's going on.
It looked cool.
So does the butterfly man die before Hillary from Fresh Prince dies?
Yes.
Hillary never died, did she?
Yeah, didn't she?
No.
Oh,
It
never
was the
mind.
other
There's
girl.
another girl that took a
Oh,
curtain rod through the
racist.
neck.
Freddy's racist.
Yeah, they were the only. There was like
We
3
already knew
black
that.
women in this movie, and
Freddie
one
was
of them's a
confused.
cop, and the other 2 are spa goers. So what am I gonna do?
But seriously, Hillary from Fresh Prince is in this movie.
yeah.
So I'll never understand what Butterfly Man was going through, but he died.
I understand what they're trying to do. He went back so far that he split in the front.
But it wasn't
Yeah.
visually represented in any way.
His shoulders should have popped out.
Yeah.
Not his ribs.
Because he was still trying to bring them together, so his obliques exploded. Because he was like no pain, no gain. And then he popped open.
Felt the burn.
Yeah.
I didn't get it, but that's fine.
But it looked cool.
Yeah.
This movie visually looks awesome.
I thought it was bananas.
Yeah,
the blood
really.
was real stupid.
It's got like a kind of a Dead Alive look to some of it.
Yeah.
The blood looked like tomato soup.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blood's not that color.
Blender lady.
Yeah.
Like, could that much blood come out of your hand in a blender?
Yeah. The foreshadowing where she's.
where your artery is, right?
Yeah, but it was 30 seconds. I don't think
Yeah.
all of your artery
Well,
blood.
I think it kept going up as it grounded up her.
It was
arm.
foamy too.
Yeah.
It was orange. And
You guys
foamy.
are getting way ahead of yourselves.
Does it matter?
It does, because you're skipping over wonderful things like we can't close the
wasn't
spa
skipping.
on Mardi Gras weekend because it was at this point the movie is Jaws. And
Oh yeah, because they have a big party and it really increases membership,
Yeah.
so they can't.
This was after Oblique Man, right?
It doesn't matter. I just wanted to
Yeah.
talk about
No,
the
because
deaths. We could talk about the plot too.
It's a plot point because if they knew somebody died in the
Right.
in the gym, but they're on this party.
Oh yeah, no, for sure that happened after. They didn't.
Yeah.
Everybody seemed pretty like, whatevs. Some deaths happened, but we got to keep the club open. But there were still a million people dancing in the dance studio.
They're like, it's a health club. People are gonna die. Jeez.
Yeah.
Also-
They're being obnoxious in there.
I think like the
Elsa.
I had a problem with that too, Andy, because the deaths start happening and I'm not exactly sure what the order was. But yeah.
They were really like, whatever.
because people were just dead,
Yeah.
and by the movie's plot line, people would have been walking over them in the locker room.
Here's the thing: they died during gym hours in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
If somebody exploded in front of you in a gym, would you go back?
Not for like a couple of weeks.
I'd be like, what are the odds of that happening again, though? Really?
I'd want to treat the equipment like that seat you're sitting in right now. Make sure it's real sterilized.
just make sure they wipe it down.
Handy wipes.
Make sure you
We
wipe
need-
down your equipment.
We need to write a letter to the people who do that podcast, the crime scene cleaners, the cleaning of John Doe, and just be like, how many times have you cleaned up a dead body during gym hours at a gym? I need to know.
For research purposes.
I need to know
Yeah.
how often this happens.
In the meantime, we're treated to Michael's awesome house.
Yeah.
He's got the best house, and his blind girlfriend. And this is the worst house to have a blind girlfriend in, and I'll tell you why. It has a conversation pit you can fall into.
Mm-hmm.
It has an elevated dining room with no banisters that you can
true.
fall out
Really
of.
elevated, too.
It has stairways with no banisters, and it has
It's on a hill, on a mountain.
it's on a hillside and a mountain. Yet nobody ever falls.
Well, this house isn't good for anybody, let alone a blind girlfriend.
Yeah, I feel like it's just an accident waiting to happen.
She's got she's got pads over her eyes, white pads, and it's so great because she's like still immaculately done up in makeup and
I thought that was sweet
and-
because it shows that he cared for her to do her
That he
makeup
did
and
it?
hair.
I think it's sweet that you think that the movie had the forethought to think that he would have done that for her.
Well, maybe she's just really good at doing hair.
Some of the best moments in this movie are her just existing in a scene with those white pads over her eyes in the background, or sitting by the fire, like their little romantic dinner.
That was very strange.
I just love that.
They had this romantic dinner, but they had multiple costume changes.
They did, and it
So
also
he had to change her throughout each course.
well, there's also like it felt like a cigarette commercial or one of those old ads for Salem's they'd put in like men's magazines.
Mhm.
But yeah, the whole sequence was
Wasn't there? Didn't
Great.
he feed her like asparagus too? That
He
was
did.
real.
Yeah.
Limp.
real limp asparagus,
Yeah.
very very phallic.
It was.
And she's like, beats hospital food.
She did say that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And I
it does.
disagree.
You might
It
be the
was
first person to quote
overcooked
Death Spa.
asparagus. Oh, no. Trust me, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fuck up asparagus, right? It's just delicious no matter what, right?
Yeah, I love asparagus.
Oh, have you ever had overcooked asparagus? It's the worst.
Is it? It's so good,
it's,
right?
It's so mushy. Oh, it's disgusting, man.
I don't mind
Asparagus is best when it's grilled and it's firm,
Mm.
or it's
it.
sauteed.
Asparagus was never better than when Troy made it for us when we camped.
That's
that
true.
one time.
That's a good point. Good point.
Anyway, listeners, just know that if you ever meet a guy
Salivating.
named Troy, ask him to make you asparagus because
Just
that
go-
was good.
Just go up to any Troy, you know.
Any Troy, you
and,
know.
and play the odds.
Yeah.
You never know.
Some more deaths. What was the sauna death? I don't remember.
Okay.
How
That
many?
was
A lot of them
later.
were involved chlorine or hot water.
The next one, like the girl went to the basement. And,
Oh, the surface and merchandise basement.
Yeah, and the sprinklers went on, and it was like a kind of a repeat of the sauna death.
It's like
Yeah.
some kind of acid.
There was like and she completely melted. Now,
But she was still alive.
Michael's thinking possibly. Yes, she was for a while too.
She was
'cause
talking when she was completely melted.
Michael's like, I know how to solve my problem. I'm gonna go to a paranormal investigator
Oh, yeah.
or a parapsychologist. Where Andy said, "Why do you need two psychologists?"
That was a great one.
I was so proud of this joke.
It's good
A
shit.
parapsychologist, and Andy said,
Why do you need two psychologists?
that was really good.
Was
I
really
just
good.
think it's such a joke.
That's such a good dad joke.
Such a wholesome joke.
I
Yeah.
need to write that one down.
Aw.
So the parapsychologist is beardy guy who's got like he's got a desktop lighter,
It looked like he should be eating too.
and he should have been eating. He probably was. They probably had a version of the scene where he was, and he's got ghost hunting gear. And Michael comes to him and he's like, I need something personal, and he gives him his wife's cameo, his dead burnt wife's cameo.
Ow.
Because what's happening
Another good one.
is the computer
Yeah.
system. Every time Michael's logged into it, it's like, Michael, I miss you.
Yeah, it's like Hal,
It's like talking to
but
him
with
like
a dead
it's his
burnt
wife.
in it. Yeah.
Another movie.
Dead burnt wife Hal. 2001 Dead burnt wives.
So he says to the parapsychologist,
yeah,
he's like, hey, come pretend to be an insurance investigator and investigate the parapsychology
yeah.
of my death spa.
We got to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
And well, he scans the cameo and he's like, your wife is a dead burnt lesbian. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that he gleans off it, and he's like, you could have read that in the papers. And then he's like, okay, you're hired. I'm like, all right, I guess. And then the parapsychologist comes across the melted girl
Down in the service merchandise
in
basement.
the service merchandise basement, and he pulls a gun on
This didn't make any sense.
he pulls a gun on a ghost, and the ghost makes his gun explode.
Maybe
which
it was
blows his
special
hand
ghost
up.
bullets.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a Luger from World War II or something too. It's
Like,
like a Nazi
literally,
gun.
this girl that had come down to the basement earlier is melted into the floor and is still going, ow, this hurts. And he's like, whoa. And then the ghost of Michael's wife is like,
Yeah.
explode your gun.
And his hand blows up,
Oh, yeah.
and then she throws him into the ceiling. This was awesome. And then he comes down the service merchandise style casters that you use to put merchandise. You service your merchandise on it.
Do
Is
you guys
service
remember that?
merchandise? Was that like all across the country?
I hope so, because otherwise this reference is like falling
Yeah.
flat.
Okay, because it was a great setup
Yeah.
for a death scene. but-
It was real fun. It was
Yeah, it was fun
we agreed
flashback.
it was a fun way to die.
Can
all
we
around.
agree?
Yeah.
Finding a melting person, getting your hand blown up.
Service
and then
merchandise
thrown
meaning
down
that
set of
it was a
casters.
roller. They had rollers going down their steps to put the
Yeah.
packages on and roll them down the steps.
And that was it was like get your name called on Price is Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's my package. Woo!
Getting it rolled down.
It's awesome.
They had a great toy section too.
Yep.
Yeah, they did. And electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a Sony Walkman from there.
It's fun. We had a service merchandise brand stereo when I was a kid. Big floor model.
Yeah,
Glass
my
doors.
sister
and
did.
Stuff. It was great.
It was national, but it really, we're really counting on our listeners being as old as us.
I remember
and
being
also being
disappointed
American.
because they handed me my Sony Walkman and it didn't go down the cart.
Aw.
But my sister's stereo got to go down the rollers. That's kind of a
Did you
disappointment.
expect a tiny ass Walkman to come
I
down?
did.
He was a kid.
I wanted it to. Do you remember like how Rax used to have the thing that would shoot your sandwiches through the tubes?
Like a pneumatic tube, like at a bank?
The one
I
in,
don't remember.
The one in Columbus had like pneumatic tubes, like at an ATM machine.
Do you
They'd shoot
think-
your sandwiches through there?
Like it ever pulled a sandwich apart. There was like an accident, and all
Yeah.
the roast beef and everything got all jammed up in
That's
the
what
tubing.
happened. Actually, that's why they stopped
Yeah.
doing it.
Yep, they're like, this is basically what's happening to your arteries
Yeah,
I just remember
You eat
Rax
Rax.
had those really good cookies.
and chocolate chip milkshakes.
Yeah.
yeah. Cool
Yeah.
delivery systems. We don't have that stuff anymore.
Not
No.
anymore.
No,
Yeah, Amazon, get on that. I want a cool way of.
Well, they
getting
wanted to
stuff.
drone shit to you, but
That
people
would
were
be
like,
awesome. What if they ran pneumatic tubes to all of our homes from Amazon
I'm in.
distribution centers?
Sign me up.
I'm
How big
okay.
would- How big would these tubes have to be?
Big enough to hold a big screen TV
I don't want some
and
big
a power
ass.
wheel. Like
don't
if I decide to order a power wheel,
Like your house would just sinkhole into it.
Well, like in some places in the country, 7-Elevens have those drop boxes.
I
I
feel
kind of
like
like to
that's-
think that's what's hooked up there.
7-Eleven.
I feel
Yeah,
that's
they
like-
have like lockers. Amazon lockers where you can order something and then you go to like the 7-Eleven and there's an Amazon locker. So I'm
that's
pretty sure
true.
they have those pneumatic tubes
Freddy,
to
I
get
feel,
there.
I feel that'd be an easy way for people to break into your house. Just crawl through the tubes into your
Yeah,
house.
you don't want it to
oh,
be
the
people
pneumatic
size.
tube rapist.
Only Amazon employees though.
Yeah. They're so afraid of my dogs. Like
Amazon
most
employees?
of the Amazon delivery people like linger. We saw that one woman that one time just like take 10, 15, 20 minutes to work up the nerve to walk up to my front door just to put something on the porch.
You let her stand out there for 15
I didn't know what
minutes?
she was. I didn't know what was happening. I look out there. I'm like, there's a lady standing there. And then a little while later, I'm like, she's still there. And then a little while later, I see her running from my house, and there's a package there. And I'm like, you were a fucking. Are you kidding me? The door's locked. I have the storm door open, but
Maybe she saw one of the dogs running around in the neighborhood and she thought the noises from inside the house were an unlocked dog.
She was waiting for the package to detonate.
I do like that my dogs seem vicious to strangers. I want that illusion, but the reality is they will run out and just try to lick you and sniff your bottom.
Maybe hump you.
Yeah, but they will. Yeah, definitely.
So, speaking of getting
Death
humped,
spa.
Death Spa.
Death Spa.
What are some other? Oh, we got
have
Blender
a-
Hand.
Where's the lady?
Oh, it's the party.
We got to get to the first
Oh,
though.
the party.
First,
Oh God.
the lady who is alone in the spot night and who gets the curtain rod through the neck and then gets stuffed into blind girl's locker.
Oh yeah.
Why did the ghost need to feel with the need to hide the body in the locker?
That's a great question.
Do we know why the curtain rod went through her neck?
Yeah, where did it come
No,
from?
It was in the locker. I don't know
Why anything?
why
'Cause
anything. It happened
the
in the
locker
movie,
started opening,
and it had happened in this one.
Computer controlled lockers.
but
Yeah.
then her locker opened, but then like an 8-foot curtain rod
Yeah,
came out of her locker.
I said it was a callback to the first movie we watched.
oh,
Fatal
the,
Game.
Yeah.
Where the javelin killer
So it was a
came
javelin,
in.
so there was a javelin in her locker.
honoring its origin.
Yeah.
this
so-
movie changed its death scenes because they're like, "Whoa, we knew you watched Javelin
Yeah,
Death."
In the future, they knew we were going to cover this.
Yeah.
Now- David goes and has a very threatening visit with blind girlfriend
Yeah.
at their place.
Very, very menacing.
very
Yeah.
Manhunter-y.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
There's
actually.
another movie for you,
Yeah.
Freddy, for your theory.
And they have an encounter
Do you see?
where he's like, you're dating Michael. It's my sister has not been dead that long. They're like, it's been a year. And he's like, oh, it has. And then he leaves
Mhm.
and everything seems okay. But the party's coming. So what you going to do? You're going to visit your lawyer is what you're going to do. And you're going to be like, you're wearing the cutest shorts I've ever seen.
But Freddy, the setup of this outfit did not match the result.
I'm sorry, but those were some crazy shorts.
They were shorts I know Andy owns.
Yeah. So Andy was just like, "What? Those are normal shorts." And I'm like,
Everybody
"Okay,
wears
that
those
guy's
kinds of shorts.
this guy's wearing a
nonplussed.
They looked like Screech
Yeah.
shorts from Saved by the Bell. Therefore, Andy has to own them.
Except they were super short, and he was wearing white Velcro high tops and knee socks.
Same exact outfit Andy's worn.
Yeah, and the
So I
tiny
guess
little
it's not
shorts.
relative. I guess to me, that's like regular outfit. So I was like, what are you talking about?
So this is where the confrontation happens because he's found the digital watch, the Casio watch that belongs to his lawyer.
I had one of those. I had a calculator watch too.
Those
Yeah,
were
me
pretty
too.
great.
I felt I was in the future.
It was
I
the
had
best.
one that was like a universal remote control, and I remember turning the TV off in the classroom.
With your what?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That is awesome.
And I had the Transformer watch too.
Nerds.
What?
That had Optimus Prime's
Yeah.
face where
But
you
it
had to
didn't-
open it.
Yeah.
Did it actually do the anything watch?
No, it was just like
Did nothing watch.
It was just like a analog watch, but like it opened, his face opened.
I remember that, but it didn't actually watch.
it was a watch.
Tell time?
I don't remember
didn't
telling
watch.
time. I remember being disappointed, or maybe I just got the Happy Meal version of that didn't have a digital watch on it.
Like the Leonard Part 6 camera that you could take microfilm pictures with. Do you guys remember that? It was
Kind
It
of.
was like a prize they did.
Yee.
Anyways, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Troublesome. Troublesome. Problematic.
Oh, Cosby reference.
Mm.
We saw a movie with a Cosby reference in it yesterday.
Yeah. Dead burnt wife. Okay. So, where were we?
Mardi
The
Gras
lawyer.
party.
He found
Oh.
the digital watch, and he found it in the control panel for this death spa. And he's like, "Why are you trying to sabotage my spa? Are you all right?"
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you-
good.
Yeah.
Did you fart?
And no. And
He had a Jennifer Garner Oscar realization.
Yes.
And do you need a minute?
Mm-mm.
I thought Mike shit his pants for a second the way he looked. Okay. So
It's okay.
yeah, so he's like, "Why are you trying to sabotage my death spa?" And he says, "One, it's a death spa. People are going to die." No, he says, "We were going to ruin your business and then buy it." So there. And the manager was in on it, the lady, who was
Okay.
also the lawyer's girlfriend, apparently.
That's
of
still
some
a
kind.
risky business model, isn't it?
No, a
'Cause-
risky business model is where you put on sunglasses and you take your pants off and you slide through your living room.
And you run a
Andy's
business.
half business right now.
You're halfway there.
But I'm just saying, like, yeah, you bought him out, but you're still buying a spa where multiple people died.
Yeah, like you completely ruined the reputation of the bar.
But they
spa.
said
How you gonna?
part of it was they were going to blame it all on him.
Oh,
And then they were going to rehab the
But
image of the spa.
regardless, if it's his fault, people still died there, and I would not go to a gym where multiple people died horrifically.
Right.
well then you could because law of averages.
Right.
I'm not going to die from the butterfly
Right.
machine
Yeah.
splitting me in half.
Just don't use the butterfly machine, and don't be the last person in the gym.
Don't go to
Never.
the locker room.
Be
Yeah.
the last person in the locker room in a gym.
We cut back to our police detective duo who are so good.
So good.
And they have discovered that David's house is full of ladies' clothes. And they call him a psycho, and they say, "Get this. He also dresses up like his dead sister."
Well, I
Now
love
it's psycho.
I love the scene where it tipped us off that he was becoming his sister when he was lotioning his legs up.
Yeah, he had nice legs.
Well, because it isn't necessarily that he's dressing up. You find then you get to the climax. He's not necessarily dressing up like his dead sister. She's actually taking him over.
She's possessed him.
And then
So,
he becomes a lady and
here's the
like
thing.
he
Yeah.
physically
This
transforms.
movie has transitioned from Ghost in the Machine
Yeah.
to Jaws to a Manhunter to a little political intrigue, business sabotage stuff to Psycho to The Exorcist. And then during the climactic Mardi Gras party scene, it becomes Carrie plus a whole bunch of shit you ain't never heard of. Like killer fish.
Yeah. What
Oh
was the
yeah.
killer eel thing?
You got a little
Yeah.
sleepaway camp in
They
there.
have a sushi. They have a couple of sushi chefs. A couple of guys making sushi. And
Sushi Space Shack got some sushi.
and they sound like that embarrassing bodies guy who had lesions on his penis where he's like, "Yeah, I got lesions. Oh well, no biggie."
I don't want to be mean, but he was like, "Yeah, I haven't had sex in like 4 years. Like, it's not because of the lesions."
It affects his confidence.
So this party is great because, well, they had set up the 2 clown costumes earlier, which pays off.
Does it?
That's
Sort of.
That is
Who
some
cares?
top shelf writing.
It was good foreshadowing. I like it.
Yeah, because the lawyer thinks he's knocking out David.
But he's knocking out his girlfriend.
Because
his co-conspirator.
Earlier in the movie, she had bought a clown costume, and she goes, "They were 2 for 1. I got a free costume." And boy, that came back to bite her in the ass.
The sushi chef references because the cops in the...
I'm sorry, the what?
Sushi chef.
She said it perfectly.
I did.
Did
So
she sell
sushi chef.
seashells by the seashore?
The cop is in the freezer because the ghost puts him in the freezer.
After Blender Girl gets blended.
After Blender Girl and her
That was another
thick,
He was going to
Wait.
have sex with that girl almost
copious
certainly.
amounts.
Was that
Yeah.
whose face got scrunched?
Oh, the pirate guy.
What happened? So how did the cop die?
Wait, we have to get back to the control room.
Wait, how did the cop die?
The cop
He got eeled.
He got poltergeisted.
Yeah.
Here's where it takes a turn into a whole nother movie.
Okay.
He is poltergeisted into the freezer where he is poltergeisted by 2 poltergeist fish.
Quit saying
That-
poltergeist.
Poltergeist. And he tries to sushi chef his way out of it.
How does
In
the other
con-
cop die?
And the other
She
cop
doesn't die.
doesn't.
She doesn't die.
Yeah, she makes it out.
She's kicking ass and taking names. Meanwhile, in the control room,
Pirate.
the Jimmy Duvall lookalike pirate character.
Mm-hmm.
He's been
is-
sent in there by Michael to keep an eye out.
Yeah, because where's David?
Right.
Well, David is dressed up like his sister and possessed by her.
Yes.
Jimmy Duvall
Pirate man.
has an encounter with dead burnt wife
Uh-huh.
possessing David. She looks beautiful.
But she's got like force capabilities.
Yeah.
Like she's telekinetic. Is that
She's
the
all
word?
everything. She's Carrie
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
Exorcist and Poltergeist.
She like
And
uses her hands to push people away.
and Jimmy Duvall is about to get some. He thinks, and instead his face gets crunched.
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
From the Blender Girl in the Bumblebee costume.
and she turns his face into like the pig face from the Twilight Zone Eye of the Beholder episode, where she's like, take the bandages off, and everybody's a pig face person except for the beautiful blonde woman. That's what his face becomes. Is
Okay.
that? We all
And then
caught up?
everybody's dying.
So now it's the Twilight Zone too.
And then they confront David's dead sister.
And she's like, I'm going to burn this place down. But meanwhile, here is the spa death that I love so much. Naked people in the hot spa, like what do they call it?
Sauna?
The
Sauna.
one without the steam. The hot room.
The sauna.
Sauna.
The hot room
Okay.
where they have rocks and they pour water on them and then there is steam.
The senses room.
Yep. And the guy's face explodes for no reason at all. All his brains pour out. And then all the wood on the walls attacks the lady.
It does. It just starts tearing
So
off
now you
the
have
walls.
house.
Yeah.
House.
And she's running around naked because the wood's attacking her and her boyfriend's brains are everywhere for no reason.
Yeah, but that's not the first time that the tiles. Remember the tiles,
The tiles
in
in the shower attacked everybody, and there was
Yeah.
the great line, but the computers don't control the tiles.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Freddy's face.
Well, why would they in the first place?
Right. Computer controlled tiles
To do what?
to tile
that
digitally.
means you had to have installed springs behind them or some pneumatic.
But you do actually
pushing-
see that behind the tiles when the tiles are launching at the girls in the shower.
It's only the colored tiles. that
Hydraulic
do
Only
it,
the
too.
colored tiles pop out, and you see behind it there's some kind of hydraulic
Well, the
system
best part is
shooting the tiles off.
earlier in the movie when this happens, the girls who were in the shower have an encounter with Michael, and one of these is the future melted girl from the basement. And he's like, "Are you guys okay?" "Yeah, just some tiles flew at us.
Yeah.
You want to have a 3-way?"
A couple of us got cut, but we'll be all right.
Then they proposition him into having a 3-way with the team.
Mhm. To reward him for such a
Now this-
safe sauna.
Yeah. And that's what eventually leads to Melted Girl's problem because
Yeah.
she gets a note thinking that it's been downgraded from a 3-way to a 2-way with just her and Michael, and that's what lures her to the basement.
Well, I love that the ghost wrote a note to her.
Yeah,
a map, not just a note, a map.
The ghost took the time to find the paper, get a Sharpie,
Yeah.
and draw a map.
Well, it was
a map to something that is directly below them, the basement.
Which she really could have done in the locker room because they'd already done it.
Yeah.
Why is the basement so intense underneath this?
It's like a boiler room, basically.
It was kind of a scary basement.
It was like a big warehouse underneath the sauna.
Do they have basements in LA?
Yeah.
California, is that a earthquake problem?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know. You tell us, listener.
Yeah, could you?
West Coast people. So,
it ends. They kill.
Ken Foree gets thrown through a window.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great, stunt-wise, I mean. I don't want anyone to be really thrown through a window.
Oh, and blind girlfriend gets kidnapped, right?
She gets her sight back. She arrives at the Mardi Gras party.
Just in time for the Mardi Gras party.
And she's like, I got my balls are back, yay! But she's still wearing sunglasses. And she gets
nighttime.
She needs a tan.
Dead burnt ghost lady traps her in the tanning room, and it says, I'm in the mood for fried chicken or something like that. She's like, you're going to be a fried chicken or
something.
No, she says to Michael, I'm going to turn her into fried chicken.
Thank you.
Unless you set yourself on fire like I did.
There it is.
Oh.
And then
For somebody who watched this movie a lot, you don't remember.
I've seen it 3 times.
He's
now.
like, later, he's like, here's your fried chicken.
Yeah, and that is true. During the encounter, he throws it back in her face.
Yeah, but what does he do? He smashes up the...
No, he takes his shoe, and he takes the wiring from the power panel or whatever.
Is she being... So what is the answer to who she is?
You're not going to get an answer to this question.
How is she...
I think she became one with the computer.
Yeah, but also her brother.
Yes. And then once he crossed the streams, he overloaded her system, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she exploded.
Basically. But he somehow used it was supposed to be, I think, this brilliant MacGyver moment with the black shoe, where somehow he was grounding himself so he wouldn't die. And I don't even know why they even bothered throwing that detail in where he's holding his shoe.
Because of the rubber on the shoe.
Yeah, it was really ridiculous.
So she's
the
gone.
whole movie was ridiculous.
I did appreciate that. At least I don't think they did. That he was because you're kind of set up to believe that that the twin brother is really her, just dressed up as her. You know what I mean? But instead, when he's doing like the transformation scene, he's literally going back and forth between her as opposed to him dressed up as her.
Yeah. And I honestly think
it
that
didn't make sense.
And then she's part of the computer.
But at least it wasn't him in a dress.
I really like that performance. Mm-hmm. Actually, there are a few really actually good performances in this stupid movie.
Well, I mean, like, you know.
But in particular, David, I thought was really good. It was fun to watch.
I don't think anybody could have been like real good with this material.
Ken Foree is totally believable.
But he did his best.
Some of the people that were in that movie took it like the twins spent like a couple weeks in Cabo together to like really get in sync.
Sure.
That was the director's note.
I really like the Rocky and Apollo relationship between Michael and Ken Foree's character, where they're always working out together and they're like, hit, ding, ding, kind of thing.
And no matter what's happening in the background, they're just happy to be around each other.
Yeah, they're having a great... They do the best over-the-top high five where they go over and back around and down to the bottom. God, they're cool.
Freddy's got some man crushes right now.
I think so.
They're so cool. And then, when the place is burning down, everyone's trying to escape. Mike noticed that one of the characters is dressed as a mime. They're up against the glass, pushed on his
miming his hands up.
And then Andy was like, is that D. Snyder? There's a person pressed completely that looked like somebody from the time warp scene from Rocky Horror was like smashed against the glass.
So they're taking more pop culture references.
Yeah, it's even more.
It's every movie.
I love this movie so much.
It was fun. Who directed this?
Michael Fisher, I think.
Fisher? Has he directed anything else?
Fisher.
I don't know if you've ever seen Dead Time Stories. Actually,
heard of it.
This is not the Dead Time Stories from the 80s. Apparently, I guess he did one when they did a later one, but he did a movie called Rice Girl.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
All right.
Okay.
He did something called White Screech. Is there a different kind of screech?
I think Killer Workout edges this one slightly for me because of the long vaginas.
Yeah, there's way more dancing in Killer Workout.
And the outfits are just so fabulous in Killer Workout.
But I think Death Spa had the better deaths.
Yes.
He directed a movie called My Mom's a Werewolf.
Wow.
But I love the fight scenes in Killer Workout too.
Yeah, that's true. All the really good punching and stuff.
I mean, it's like half 6 of one, half of the others. They're the same movie basically, but you can't really pick one over the other. But
they both have very similar sort of subplots where somebody's trying to get the spa out from under the person who's running it and owns it. So that's fun. Anyway,
check out. So you would recommend? I didn't see Killer Spa or Killer Workout. That's one you would recommend if you liked Killer.
If you want to see it, we have Killer Workout on Blu-ray. And we're giving it away on the next episode, but you can take it with you so you can watch it.
Don't lose it.
Okay.
Don't lose it.
Do you like long vaginas? Then you're gonna love this movie.
You're gonna like the way
really high cut leotards.
Do you like flat asses?
They're both really, really fun. This was
this was a blast. This was a lot of fun. This would go on my list of movies to recommend to people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta do you like flat asses or exploding people more? Which one do you like?
It's like you gotta.
I feel like the deaths. I enjoy the death scenes a lot more in Death Spa. Like the kills are great. In Killer Workout though, there is some fight choreography that can't be beat. Which you just don't expect from an 80s slasher movie.
I'm a sucker for good choreography.
I love an 80s slasher. I love the neon. I love the outfits.
This movie looked fantastic.
I love the disregard for plot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It made more sense than a lot of movies we've watched.
That's sad.
Yeah. It was a lot of movies we've watched.
It's true.
Remember, it's every movie. It's all in it.
Mm-hmm. So
this is us.
Next week is listener feedback.
Well, not next week.
Well, not next week because we'll be at Horror Hound. Next week is Horror
3
Hound.
weeks from now.
So 3 weeks from now.
So you have a long time to tell us all about your lives. So thoughts, feelings, concerns, questions.
You can contact us. crew@notlp.com. Facebook and Twitter are NOTLP. Instagram is Night of the Living Podcast.
Phone number?
Phone number is 513-666-0916. Wow, it's amazing. I remember that.
What in the world? When's my birthday?
January 31st.
Thank you.
And you can also...
When did we get married? What's our anniversary?
What are you messing with me for? 6/21?
Yeah!
Ooh.
All right.
What year?
Oh my God. 2003.
Nag.
You're fucking up my brain. Putting numbers in there. NOTLP Origins I'll be putting that out Thursday. Sorry, Throwback Thursday.
Freddie's putting out Thursday.
Thank you to Andy for recording the intro for that.
I apologize for my really short, unhelpful intros.
That's okay.
It's mainly about re-listening to the old episodes and apologizing for any bad stuff.
Yeah, it is mostly listening for things we need to apologize for.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Connor who put the poker to me on that. I appreciate being nudged every once in a while and be like, hey, we want this. So if you want something, let me know through Patreon. Patreon.com/NOTLP. I'm happy to do.
And if you want more semi-nude pictures of me, let us know.
If that makes us money.
And then we're gonna tease our next theme after. What's the next theme, Mimi?
Am I allowed to say? Have we agreed?
We agreed.
All right. We're going to do horror movies starring Real Housewives.
Yep.
Because Mikey and I love Real Housewives. We know it's trash. I get it's trash.
We're trash people.
We are trash people.
It's thrush.
It is thrushy. It is full of yeast. These yeasty bitches. So I can say that one of the movies we'll be watching is Eaten Alive. Toby Hooper movie from the 70s at some point. I've never seen it.
It's a fun movie.
And we're working on the other two.
Which housewife is in that one?
Kyle Richards from Beverly Hills.
Oh yeah, we could do it. I'm sure we've done Escape to Witch Mountain before.
Yeah, we did Watcher in the Woods. We haven't done Escape from Witch Mountain.
So that is one we are going to do. So get excited. Get your nips ready.
My inverted nips.
Get your inverted nips.
I saw They had an episode about inverted nips on embarrassing bodies.
I know.
night.
I haven't seen that one yet, Andy. You're ahead of me now. So anyway,
No spoilers.
that'll be our next theme.
Unlike those bodies, they're spoiled.
But as always, at the end of every show, we get Patreon shout-outs to our Beelzebubs. These are our Beelzebubs, and we love you, Mandy.
Mandy taking the main stage. Glasgow's Diamond Dolls.
Zach.
He's gonna have a Zach attack all over your face. He's gonna make his booty shake.
Jeremy and Cassie.
Jeremy and Cassie, a tag team duo in glass platforms and mini skirts.
Adam
Adam is one of our long haul strippers. His boobs may be sagging, but boy, he likes to brag about his moves on the pole, making the main stage. Tonight at Diamond Dolls in Glasgow, Scotland is Adam. Brooke. Oh, gentlemen, you're going to want to make sure to hit the ATM because Brooke is taking the main stage at Diamond Dolls. Ernie, Bo Bernie. You want a private lap dance from somebody that's going to really make you have to hide it in your waistband. You want Ernie. Albert to do some dirty things. Oh, yeah. Make sure that you see Albert after the club closes. If you want to have your world rocked.
Tree and
Alex, another one of our tag teams here. Bottomless, but top full. They are going to show you everything from the waist down at Diamond Dolls tonight in Glasgow, Scotland. Brandon Boone. Oh, my God. What a body on this one. Where do you see what he can do? Completely vertical, horizontal, upside down, turning sideways and bent over. Oh, my God. It's Brandon taking the side stage.
Oh, poor
at Diamond Dolls, Scotland.
We got
Bill. Oh my God, you're going to want to pay all of his bills. His cable bill, his phone bill, his automobile.
And Blake.
Oh, Blake is working the bar tonight. I hope that everybody remembers to tip Blake. Save some of those singles for your bartender. The best whiskey sour at Diamond Dolls, Scotland.
Mark.
Oh, they're a chain.
Mm-hmm.
Mark.
Oh, he left a mark on the stage.
Freddie's running out. Mikey P.
Oh, this is a special act, and we call him Mikey P because he's going to bring the golden showers tonight for all the bachelorette parties out there.
Elise.
Oh, private dancer, dancing for money.
I'm glad you didn't sing the rest because we had to pay for the rights for that.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Oh, Amanda. Her surprise is she's not Amando.
Oh, he's running out.
You want to bring it in here and be surprised, and you're like, hey, look at these. Shake. Shake.
That was a joke.
Shake that booty.
That was a joke on Friends too.
Yeah.
She's like, a man, duh, because they were trying to find out Chandler's mom.
And finally, Jimmy B.
Jimmy B, the DJ. Everybody give it up for Jimmy B, the DJ. He's been spinning hits from Nickelback to Staind all night long. I think you are going to enjoy his Top 40 shake. He's also going to be at the Glasgow's Downtown Top 40 Club. Bye-bye-byes. This Saturday night.
So the strippers are dancing in Nickelback and Staind?
Good Lord.
Oh, Michael.
Up next,
or is that Jimmy?
Dancing
the DJ.
to the Proclaimers 500 Miles is Andy Hung. Andy Hung is a dancer from Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, you'll notice he's left his running pants at the door.
God,
Did he run all the way here?
He ran all the way home.
I'm not going to have enough money for all these strippers. I don't know who to give my money to.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be you gotta need to get grimy for my money. It's a competition.
That's disgusting.
So all our Beelzebubs, it's going to be whoever does the dirtiest shit gets my $1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How bad do you need this money, guys?
The gauntlet has been thrown, and it's disgusting.
And the tag team duos only get 50 cents each because I'm going to give them $1.
All right, everybody, we have to go so Andy can put his pants back on.
Nope. I'm running with my jogging underwear.
Okay, whatever. As long as it's not in front of my house. We'll see you guys whenever we see you. Bye.
Bye.
Give me love.
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed.